ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, okay, just like random guitar chord. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Welcome back to this Showcraft broadcast. We're bringing you some replays from Iron Squid's Qualifier number 1.
Yeah, man, this has been a pretty epic series. I didn't really expect to kind of have too much hopes for watching a KawaiiriCe game because he's not actually high tier. But this is entertaining, man. That last engagement, that trigger pulling was pretty epic.
Yeah, it's like Symbol was forced into that position he absolutely did not want to be in under any circumstances. And you could just see him going through his head. Is there any way out of this? No. Okay, just do it. Just get it over with.
It's the only option right now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that was awesome play by KawaiiriCe to put him under that pressure and wins that game. But can he, go the distance here? And that's interesting to see.
Yep.
Tal'Darim Altar, and actually just looking at the map now, guys, this is, the GSL, the Cool Kids version, and there's no rocks on the third bases, which is something I've never seen before. Yep. For Zerg players, this is absolutely amazing.
This is old school,
actually. Smiling. I'm like, ah!
Yeah, I saw this when Tal'Darim first came out. There was actually a variant that did this. It's like, this is kind of an old version of the map where the first thing they did was take the rocks off the third and see how it worked. But I think there were some arguments that it became too Zerg favored at that point, so I don't know. Map debates are always going to be going on one way or the other, and let's see how Symbol exploits this. Are you about ready to go into Game 3?
Absolutely.
Then let us do it. Let's not keep anyone waiting any longer. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to bring you, in the green trunks, playing Zerg to the northeast of this, the GSL Tal'Darim Altar. It is Team SCV Life's Symbol, and his opponent spawning over here to the northwest position. From Team LighT, it is KawaiiriCe, and he is in the yellow trunks playing Terran.
Yeah, man, KawaiiriCe. Let's see if we can do it, though. Symbol, just looking at his ESV, I think it's ESV, the Korean Twitch thing.
Yeah, that's a good tournament, That's good tournament.
He's been doing very, very well there, actually. It's not just one race he's doing well against. He's doing well against all races. So I would not be surprised to see Symbol advance into Code A once again. He obviously needs to qualify first, but next month or so, this guy could very easily be in Code A. Isn't there quite yet, did drop out of Code A, having qualified versus Genius a couple months back, but Genius is Genius, man. He's a natural-born genius.
He's a natural-born troll as well, if you've seen his recent nonsense. I love the fact that we're starting to see more and more of these ceremonies going on right here. Genius is currently in the light for that, as is Dongregu to some degree for obvious reasons. Loving it, although you're going to have to go some way to beat MC at the moment. MC's doing extremely well in that regard. He is Gosu Code S ceremony.
Ah, there's a new ramp too by the natural. It's a lot thinner.
Really?
So I guess that kind of counterbalances the third base a little bit, because obviously it's easier for Terran with the smaller ramp, and obviously you get it better for their engagements. And these spawning positions as well, it's not too bad actually for KawaiiriCe looking about it. These positions are not too bad because, even if he does, that is Symbol take a third base, which is obviously going to be at the 1 o'clock-ish time.
Yeah.
Where does he take a fourth? Does he go all the way around the back? And that's kind of late, and that's obviously going to open up, if KawaiiriCe can hold the Xel'Naga Tower, which is probably going to be the focus of this game. If he holds that North Xel'Naga Tower and manages just to cut a little bit to the right, there's no way that units can get to that fourth base. So definitely interested to see how this game goes down.
Yeah, I'm intrigued, certainly, without question. And KawaiiriCe should be in a pretty confident position after that. Bear in mind, he goes into this tournament against a bunch of very scary Koreans. These are sort of almost hidden guys, and people have talked so much about the mythical Code B, which doesn't exist, by the way, guys. There is no Code B, but Code B is this scary, mythical, hell place somewhere in an undisclosed location in Korea where some truly terrifying but not so well-known players hang out. And this is what he's up against.
Ladder.
Yeah, ladder, exactly. Korean ladder, Code B, scary as hell. So we'll see how KawaiiriCe is going to do here. He must have got a confidence boost from that last game. But, as I say, this map might throw him just a bit, and Symbol must be, by the looks of it, much more comfortable on a map like this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that, especially for Zerg, it's actually a lot easier for Zerg to adapt to a new map than it would be for Terran. Because Zerg is the one reacting to the changes of what Terran should be doing on this map. And I don't think KawaiiriCe has played this map before, to be honest. I'd be very surprised if he's got a lot of experience on it. Yeah, this version. So You know, I think that's going to play into favor of Symbol, to be honest, because Symbol can just play a standard style. His third base is unlocked. He can play 2-base Spire. He can play 2-base Infestor. He can go 3-base Roachling. It doesn't matter, but it's going to come down to what strategies does KawaiIRice do on a changed version of Tal'Dorei Altar here.
Yeah, how does he, can he exploit that third? Can he exploit the fact that the ramp is narrower so the defense is easier? Does that mean that he plays some kind of 2-base timing, for instance, to maybe punish an early third expansion there? Well, we're going to find out very, very shortly. It's going to be a Hellion opening here, of course, which is entirely standard, but what I'm interested in is what ends up happening after this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's interesting to see that KawaiIRice is throwing his command center so close to his main. And I literally think that is because that's probably the safest location in terms of denying scouting. Yeah. Because obviously it's not near the edges. And so he will be able to pick that up shortly and expand. But, I mean, at this stage of the game, you shouldn't really be afraid of hiding that. I mean, it's pretty expected to do that. But, again, at the same time, you can balance that argument with this is a best of 3. There's only one game away. And if Symbol's to drop a game to Cheese, then it's like, well, that's your fault for not scouting it. So, you know, there's a lot of discussion and debate through stuff and small stuff like that.
Yes, it's always the small stuff that you need to sweat when it comes to commentating StarCraft 2 and watching these particular games, particularly in the quieter moments that we're seeing here. KawaiIRice is denying the hell out of Overlord scouting. That Overlord is doomed by the looks of it. Symbol's not even actually trying to save it. I think he's realized that it is absolutely screwed. Down it goes, and he's going to be a little bit paranoid at this point. He doesn't know exactly what's going on. His scouting information very much out of date there, except for the fact that a Ling managed to get in and now knows absolutely everything.
Yeah, it's awesome though. I mean, he's forced a lot of Lings out though. He was up to 8 Lings, which usually should only be down to 4. And that's really good mind games from KawaiIRice, forcing the drone count to be a little bit lower. And these Hellions doing a bit of damage, killing a Crew Tumor, but still the Queens do have a lot of energy to continue to do that. But there is that macro hatch, and we are going up to Leia now, and he's taking all the gases aside from one in his main, which okay is a mistake because he now goes ahead and takes it straight away anyway. But there is an Evolution Chamber Rebellion there, so it looks very similar to the Daybreak style. You know, late to third base, more heavy into Mutalisks,
basically Mutaling,
then into Ling, Baneling.
Yeah.
And the other hand, the KawaiIRice playing exactly the same as Daybreak as well. You know, 3 barracks, expansion, and then he's got his reactor ready for the starport to start build those medivacs. And this is a better map for him compared to Daybreak because of the shorter distances between bases.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we'll see how good the execution can be. It is indeed the identical build, aside from the fact that the Baneling Nest is later than we saw the first time around in Daybreak. There's Ground Carapace first, knowing what he's going up against, which is going to be primarily Marine. Ground Carapace is a good upgrade. He also knows that he needs to grab that in order to nullify the +1 that his opponent will inevitably have at this stage of the game. Medevac's on the way up here to back up that force, and he's not going to want to push out just yet. In the meantime, we've got Symbol taking full map control. Spire is on the way. Admittedly, it's nowhere near completion just yet, and just trying to keep an eye out to make sure there's no funky, funny business coming in from KawaiIRice at any point in the near future.
Yeah, I mean, one Ling does go to the natural and see a bunker building to complete the wall off. He may think that there's a third base actually in the main of KawaiIRice, especially because KawaiIRice is playing a lot more defensive, so that's also a bit of a mind game in itself right now, but the Spire is on its way anyway. A third base should be on its way soon as well. But once again, Symbol just playing a little bit overly defensive right now, playing very safe as he morphs Banelings right now. And it's to a well-timed, just natural timing of it because Marines and Medivacs are coming out right now.
Yeah, he doesn't have the combat shield up just yet, so I'm actually kind of surprised that he's pushing right now. He's still got a good 40 seconds at least to wait on that. Admittedly, it is a quite large map, but we'll see how he plays it. If he's very, very cautious with his advancement and has that trigger, then he'll be okay. But if he doesn't, then the Banelings might get in there and do some hideous, heinous, horrendous damage. At the moment, the Hellions are keeping them at bay, though, and he actually flanks around to have a look at the third, which he's going to find, once again, empty.
Yeah, and he's like, what? And seeing that, he should be like, alright, kill the creature humans is fine, settle for that kind of damage, but no more than that. Otherwise, he will lose everything again. 8 mutas are on the way, and the time is ticking for KawaiIRice. He cannot stay there any longer. He doesn't have a third base of his own either, so, I mean, if he wants to go for a 2-base push, then he has to definitely get the tanks into the army, and they're definitely not even ready yet, as Siege Tech is only halfway, and there goes that third base, and here comes the army of Symbol, and it's going to catch these units off guard again.
Yeah, he's able to come in there with a little bit of good control there by Kawaiirice, but he's going to get surrounded here. The Banelings now moving into position, trying to target fire them down with the Hellions. Great control here by Kawaiirice, but he's now in full retreat. Oh, that is so good by Kawaiirice, focusing that down very well. All the Banelings crushed. Marine damage, bare minimum. He loses a single Hellion there.
Yeah, awesome for Kawaiirice there. And Baneling speed off creep, well, they pretty much suck. Meanwhile, still a lot of Lings are coming. 34. Muters into the main base, though. Turrets are on the way up, but not covering the entire of the base.
Oh yeah, there's always options here, and often with Muters you want to try and pick off stuff like reactors, because of course they take ages to rebuild, and to shut down the barracks for the time that they're actually building there. He's going for the mineral line, doing some damage, but he's going to be sandwiched here, ends up losing a Muter in the process, so trading a Muter there for 2 SCVs, not exactly ideal.
Yeah, but this kind of 2-base play has really slowed down Symbol's economy. He's only just got that 3rd base up. His drone count is still at 50, which is incredibly low right now. He's just playing so overly cautious and doesn't want to lose to any 2-base push, which looks like is coming out now from Kawaiirice as he moves up to the middle of the map. But there he is, controlling that Xel'Naga tower, the ever so important Xel'Naga tower with these base positions.
Oh yes, and round he goes, and where he stops nobody knows. He gets flanked there by the Hellions, which do significant damage to the group. A nice little bit of play there by Kawaiirice once again. The creep spread is looking strong for Symbol, as it tends to in pretty much every game, and with Baneling's speed now in the mix, things get a little bit hairier for Kawaiirice as the army of Symbol flanks around to the south, looking to try and attack the natural, and in the meantime, here he goes for the main.
Oh man, I wonder if he's going to go for the natural here, and it looks like he's definitely looking for that 3rd base, but Kawaiirice has got a decent position, but there's just so many units up this ramp, and this counterattack, oh my god, it's not a counterattack, it's a flank indeed, and oh my god, Kawaiirice is about to get set up into the most humongous trap I've ever seen in my life.
Oh wow, Kawaiirice realized it as well. He knows what's going on. The question is, will Symbol be able to nail it? He actually has retreated back now. There's no sign of anything moving out of his main at the moment, so I don't know. He might be able to land that. Down goes the scan, so Kawaiirice knows what he's up against and is able to drive Symbol back once again.
Oh, Symbol has so many units on the natural. If only he had come out to sandwich that army. I just don't think he knew exactly how many units were there. And these Lings are brave Lings as... Oh my... Okay. They're just going to take the Xel'Naga tower. Oh no.
And get shot. They're brave and stupid Lings, unfortunately.
But still, the economy of Symbol is terrible right now, but he should be looking to crush this army. There's been so many opportunities. I just don't think he knows exactly how much there is or how little there is. And now maybe the time he's going to do it, and this is looking so bad for Kawaiirice.
Yeah, he's going to have to defend this incredibly well in order to hold it. The first wave of Lings absorbs the fire. The Banelings do not get target fired. The most important thing. And oh my. A deployment is almost shut down there by those Muters, and immediately Symbol pulls back, loses a few Banelings in the process. And for the moment, Kawaiirice is okay, but he's stuck now on 2 bases, and Symbol's just like, hey, this is a perfect time to mine something.
Yeah, he's droning up now, straight to 76 drones, and actually build 7 more, so we'll be at 84 in total. That's a lot. He needs to take the gases, though. This 3rd base without rocks, though, the one change here is that it only has 1 gas, so that's obviously going to slow down Symbol's tech a lot, but right now he's moving in Muters into the main, and units on the 3rd. Very aggressive stance.
Yeah, but he's forcing the lift there and the cancel of the orbital command, or it's actually Planetary Fortress he was going for right there. And once again, trying to pick off a few reinforcements and do a little bit of damage, and he loses a Muter in the process, gets shut down. But round the side once again, denying that command.
2 belly bombs! Oh my god!
Good! It's good! I like it! Mostly.
Oh my god, so many Marines died there. He did manage to save a few, but oh, that was beautiful play there by Symbol.
Awesome. Yes, it was. And you know what that does? It makes Terran really paranoid. It makes them start using scans a lot, which Terran hate to do. They get the nasty feeling in their gut that was money they could have used. And there's actually, hang on a second, another difference that I've just noticed here is that there's only 1 gas on the 3rd base here on this version of the map.
Yeah, there it is. That means he has to take a, well, it's kind of a late 4th base in this game if you look at the time clock or reference to that, but it's okay for a 4th base considering
it's not even a rich Vespine either, it's just a normal one, so yeah.
Yeah, he definitely needs that 4th base. And as you can see on the 4th base, he's actually taking both extractors immediately. He knows he needs it, but look at how many bombs Symbol has set up. Bailing bombs on the 3rd base, 2 bombs in the middle, a 3rd one towards the 3rd base of Symbol. He has them everywhere, and is Kawaiirice willing to scan multiple times when he moves out? That is the question here.
He is cold as rice. Is he willing to sacrifice? More to the point, he gets a scan there and doesn't really find all that much in the process, and obviously that's a logical place to put it, but the thing is that some of these are put in sneaky locations, and Kawaiirice may not scan them all.
And a few meters into the main, do a bit of damage, picking off a few SCVs. Of course, that's always great to pick off SCVs. But now is the fourth base about to finish for Symbol. He's just transferring drones immediately. The infestation pit is on the way as well, but I'm getting scared about these bailing bombs, man. They could actually change the game, and he's not worried about them. I mean, he has no idea where they are actually right now.
Not a clue. There's actually a large force moving out there. It's been forced to turn around, I think, because of this harassment here on the third. It does have a planetary fortress, and you know what? Symbol doesn't care. He's just going to overrun this and do as much damage as he can. I suppose it's a good job that friendly fire doesn't happen on planetary fortresses. But that massive unit of Marines moves out and cleans that up without too much of a problem there. The workers killed by Symbol is at 10. Kawaiirice is still fine in terms of his economy, but like you said, the Baneling bombs, they will potentially change this game, and Kawaiirice is rolling out in the direction of, oh my, there's the scan. He sees it. He's on the ball today.
Yeah, that's an awesome scan. I mean, right now, I wonder why he sacrificed so many lings. That was such a waste on that third base. And now Kawaiirice has the advantage. He has that Xelnog tower again. Muters onto the natural. Turrets are going down now. And after that third one, so will the SCVs. He has to retreat them. And, Kawaiirice getting a little bit aggressive on the front here also.
Yeah, no kidding, and there's the detonation, and a few Marines taken out, but a lot more Banelings killed in the process, simply because of that nice siege tank line there, and the control of the Xelnaga watchtower really benefiting him here. Muters come around and pick off a tank quite nicely, trading a muter for a tank, nothing wrong with that. And as you said, he just killed a lot of SCVs. In fact, never mind, he actually only killed 2 SCVs, but he did force them off the mineral line for quite some time. In comes another quick charge here, and now Kawaiirice looking to strangle his opponent in a similar way to what he did on the previous map.
Yeah, man, but Jack and Jill and many friends are on top of that hill down there, and that is not going to be looking too well for Kawaiirice right now. He is going to get flanked here once again, and he has to be so careful with unsieging tanks right now. As soon as Symbol sees more than one unsiege, he's going to go for it. 22 more lings are on the way. Infestors join the army now as well. And he's going to go very, very shortly. But this time, when he pulls the trigger, man, it's actually facing Kawaiirice.
It's always helpful. And you might ask who shot first. It was definitely Symbol right here. The fungal is huge. It's massive. It's humongous. And down goes that army. Absolutely annihilated in the center. And honestly, that was, Ling and Baneling traded for tanks, Marines, and even, by the looks of it, maybe this Thor. Oh, definitely that Thor. So Kawaiirice now in a horrible spot, having to hold on to this third base here, and he has very little left in terms of his army count.
Yeah, and with Kawaiirice's slow macro style, I mean, he actually scans there for no reason on that fourth base. Marines are actually blocking it, not lings.
Lol.
But the thing is, with his slow macro style, really focusing on his pushes rather than his command centers, 23 minutes for a fourth base is very late. But once you lose an army, once you lose the army, focusing on the money onto the army, that's actually almost game set, because his army is so small right now. And right now we have Broodlords going to be coming out shortly. Bailing bomb.
Oh, I'm watching. Why? Press the button. Oh, is this going to be another moon? My God, I hope it's not. Yeah, he actually had the opportunity there to do some significant damage. He wasn't able to do it. More Banelings on the way. Perhaps he's waiting for the perfect time for that engagement. Doesn't want to reveal that Baneling just yet. Or he just forgot. Controlling that's actually quite difficult.
Yeah, man. And I mean, one Baneling with +2 will kill like every single one of those Marines. So, but that...
Oh my, we're having Skype problems right there. You're just broken up. Hopefully that's resolved itself. But yeah, here come the Muters to do yet more damage. Held off there by those +3/+3 Marines. Don't want to go anywhere near that.
No, not at all. And I hope I sound all right now.
You're a little buzzy, but you're okay. It'll probably improve.
Okay, Corruptors are on the way though, so 8 about to pop. Broodlords are on the way. The Great Aspire is done, and he's getting the missile attacks for them as well. I mean, to be honest, I prefer the Carapace to make them survive longer in fights, because you've already got Infestors, Balings, and Lings. You don't need more attack output. But it's okay. I mean, at this stage of the game, it's not making the huge difference here between these two players. And 3/3 Marines, though, once you get to that level, they're pretty beefy.
Oh, yeah. So the upgrade for Marines in terms of actually its attack is just, it scales so well. You get the fact that you get plus 50% damage on that plus 3 upgrade. People say, oh, it's just 1 extra damage. That's 50% extra. They do 6 now, they do 9, plus the stim. It's a massive upgrade. It makes them unbelievably cost efficient.
Yeah, but the thing is, once again, Kawaiirice is not having the best late game. What does he have? I mean, nobody's called the Ghostbusters this game because he doesn't have any, and
no, he doesn't.
He needs them right now, and
yeah.
Broodlords are marching through, and Unsiege happened, and we may actually see Symbol go for the kill right now as these tanks are unsieged.
Yeah, Marine count is massive, but he knows he can't go in there because the Banelings are just too much of a risk. And rolling back across the map once again, I want to just keep an eye on that Baneling because he's getting very close to it. He really is getting very close to it. I have to wonder if Symbol's going to try and herd him directly into that Baneling. Bet he's wishing he had more than one at the moment.
Oh, he's on siege once again, and this could be the final fight of this game.
He's going for it. He gets a really nice concave, but you know what? That doesn't matter when you've got that kind of Baneling control. The fungal goes off on the left and the right flank. Kawaiirice holds for the moment, however, and you know what? He might be able to kill those Broodlords. That fungal was good, though, and he has energy for more, so the Marine count does get cleaned up, and that means a lot of dead tanks.
Oh, man, his Infestor control is pretty sick, man. He
yeah,
runs into
the fungals are great.
Burrowed and,
there's the
GG.
Yeah, those fungals never missed. I didn't see Symbol miss a single fungal this entire series. Absolutely fantastic play by him. And Kawaiirice with a brave attempt, able to take out the second game and the second map, but unfortunately could not deal with TSL.Symbol there. We will be back with games. We're going to be going through all the way to the round of 4 in this tournament. As I said, we're just bringing you a selection of replays today. 2 best of 3s and a best of 5. And then we'll be doing a custom game after that one. But it's still good play there by Kawaiirice. I'm actually looking forward to seeing him in future tournaments.
Yeah, man. That was really good. I'm actually interested a lot more in Symbol. I'm getting pretty nervous right now to commentate this next game, man. He is good, and his Infestor play is awesome. Like, going into fights, boring them, making sure they don't get targeted down, and then he actually would have lost all the Broodlords at the end of that game. But he had Infestors still left under the ground, which changed everything.
The fungals were perfect every time. He never screwed it up even once. And his fungals right now are looking like grubby storms right now.
Yeah, they were absolutely amazing.
Alright, folks, we're going to be going into a quick break while we set up the next game. When we come back, we shall be bringing you more from the Iron Squid Qualifier number 1. Don't go anywhere.